Looking for 13 reasons to watch these shows? Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 shows to watch if you like 13 Reasons Why.
I love you, Hannah.
Why didn't you say this to me when I was alive?
For this list, we're looking at TV shows that either tackle similar themes or strike comparable tones to 13 Reasons Why. Number 10, Please Like Me.
I think we should break up.
Oh, that's bad.
It's generally said that any topic can be turned into a comedy, and Please Like Me seems to exist to test that concept. Starring and written by Josh Thomas, this Australian series launches with a character's attempted suicide, and throughout 4 fantastic seasons, closely examines the everyday lives of its often directionless main cast, particularly 2 roommates Josh and Tom.
Just so I know, we're not talking about your mum because you're all, like, emotionally stunted, yeah?
Yeah.
And we're just ignoring the fact that Jeffrey's a man?
Yes.
While a joke is never too far away, and there is a general pleasantness to most of the episodes, Please Like Me earnestly examines chronic depression, mental illness, and the powerlessness someone might feel in these situations.
What? You need to tell them, dude. They won't mind.
Do I really need to tell them? Coming out to me just seems so 90s, you know? They've seen me in school musicals. Do we really need a discussion?
What, so you aren't gonna tell them?
Number 9, Sweet Vicious.
Best first date ever.
Wasn't a date.
Lasting for only a painfully short 10 episodes, Sweet Vicious still manages to accomplish quite a lot in its one season. Like all of the best odd couples, personality-wise, Jules and Ophelia have very little in common besides a mutual desire to deliver justice to victims of assault on their campus.
Because you don't carry this like I do. And I hate you for that.
Sweet Vicious is a pseudo-superhero series with a generally lighthearted tone, but MTV's show takes a cold look at college campus crime and the way authority figures tend to focus more on protecting the school's image than the victims. Despite the occasional silliness, Sweet Vicious feels all too real.
Well, clearly this wasn't me.
Number 8, How to Get Away with Murder.
Okay.
I'm in.
13 Reasons Why is a crime drama centering around a season-long mystery that focuses just as much on why something happened as the who. Structurally, How to Get Away with Murder is comparable, particularly to 13 Reasons Why's second and third seasons, with the principal difference being that the main characters are not generally presented as good people.
Say cheese! Smile or go to jail!
Annalise is a criminal defense attorney and law professor who gets entangled in multiple murder cases involving her students. For those looking for engrossing mysteries, brilliant acting, and moral ambiguity, How to Get Away with Murder should be the perfect fit.
Why are you doing this to us?
Because all of this, everything that's happened, Sinclair coming after me, using Asher, now this. It all started with what the 4 of you did.
Number 7, My Mad Fat Diary.
Basically, I think you're a pretty tough cookie.
While the title may scream sitcom, My Mad Fat Diary contains far more depth than may seem apparent.
I don't even know how to explain it. Just smashes up all of your senses. I'm not strong enough to deal with it all on my own.
A British comedy drama with a biting sense of humor and a protagonist dealing with mental health and self-esteem issues, My Mad Fat Diary starts with the teenager Ray Earl returning to everyday life after a 4-month stint in a psychiatric institute.
Look, you're not going to make friends if you're sitting on the sidelines all the time.
Are people talking about that?
It might be.
Largely focusing on Ray's often strained relationships with her friends and family, many of which are dealing with their own insecurities, My Mad Fat Diary explores bullying, self-harm, and depression through witty banter, character growth, and a dedication to realism. Number 6, Gossip Girl.
So you're saying Gossip Girl's a senior like us?
Well, if she's a senior, then didn't that mean she's in the room right now?
Few shows were as inescapable as Gossip Girl, especially during its first season. Set in the Upper East Side and featuring wealthy teenagers who are anything but young and innocent, Gossip Girl toes the line between scandalous soap opera and engrossing character drama, about deeply flawed but fascinating people who will burn anyone not part of their inner circle.
You asked me before if it was all worth it. My answer is it's not.
While 13 Reasons Why is all about holding people accountable for their actions, Gossip Girl is more interested in getting to the next big moment than penalizing Blair, Serena, or anyone else for their questionable behavior. Either way, it makes for gripping television.
I love you. What is it?
I killed someone.
Number 5. The Degrassi franchise.
How will I face people? How am I gonna tell my parents the truth?
Although the Degrassi franchise dates back to 1979, 2001's The Next Generation and 2016's Next Class are the most relevant. Both incarnations focus on an ever-evolving cast of teenagers attending high school, delving into all sorts of complex topics, including abortion, alcoholism, peer pressure, and gender identity.
Then stop crying and explain it to me, because obviously I'm a moron and don't get it.
Because, man.
Because what?
Because I'm gay.
Even though Degrassi can be pretty corny at times and has its fair share of very special episodes that superficially tackle timely topics, the expansive series does a fantastic job of creating likable characters with relatable issues. While the episodes are more standalone than 13 Reasons Why, Degrassi is still a must-watch teen drama.
But we'll all get in trouble.
She'll be fine here.
No, she won't. She has some pretty serious health problems.
Like what?
Just trust me.
Number 4. Skins. There was a time when teen dramas mostly presented a romanticized version of adolescence, where authenticity was not given any significant importance.
You can stay here as long as you want until whatever's going down is over.
It won't ever be over.
Skins changed the landscape, presenting a story where teenagers are depicted naturally rather than through an adult filter. Split into 3 generations, Skins is raunchy, purposefully messy, and unabashedly unapologetic.
Aren't you supposed to be in prison or something?
Aren't you supposed to be in the loony bin?
I did my time. You should have done yours.
Episodes typically center around a single character, many of which utilize Bristol's party culture as a way to cope or escape from overwhelming personal problems. The characters are not conventionally agreeable, but that's one element that helped make Skins so refreshing.
Shut up.
He's not the one you want, F.
Shut up.
You see, I know that because I'm your friend. But you don't make enough effort, F. I'm just there to laugh at.
Number 3. My So-Called Life.
I'm telling you, we had a time, didn't we? Didn't we have a time?
Nowadays, it's common for programs to prioritize exploring societal issues, but such themes were generally limited to one-off episodes in the 80s and 90s.
Because if you made a book of what really happened, it'd be a really upsetting book.
In many ways, My So-Called Life is a precursor to shows like 13 Reasons Why, where uncomfortable topics are organically implemented as an inescapable part of everyday life. An average sophomore student with a still developing sense of self, Angela can be sweet, self-centered, sometimes surprisingly naive, love-struck, self-conscious, and strong. The same can be said about the rest of My So-Called Life's cast, both the teenagers and adults, who all exhibit traits that are flawed and, by extension, real.
Can I go somewhere? Sure.
Number 2. Elite.
Yo te mandaría con ojo con las chicas de por aquí.
Sí. El ojo le voy a echar a esa.
A thrilling murder mystery, rich students using wealth to mask their self-doubts, tons of raunchy but meaningful scenes, and expertly crafted melodrama, Elite is a mishmash of familiar tropes executed satisfyingly.
¿Por qué no ha vuelto con su madre?
Pues porque ya no sabe qué hacer con él.
The first season is particularly fantastic, dealing with 3 students from blue-collar families who are transferred to an elite school in Spain. Isolation and bullying are par for the course, but Elite knows better than to depict its characters as caricatures.
¿Sabes por qué estoy con ella? Porque siempre me apoya. Incondicionalmente.
Eso no es amor. Es devoción. Como la que se tiene por un dios.
The present-day character study is accompanied by a flash-forward revealing a murder of one of the students, creating a drama that is impossible to put down. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
I can't do
do it anymore. I need to be in charge of my own life for once, you know?
That the world around us had changed. Maybe forever. That Riverdale wasn't the same town as before. That it was a town of shadows and secrets now.
Wait. What's your name?
Amy. And I like your hair.
I don't know, Veronica.
I track down the bad guys, call you, you make the bust. You know what that makes everyone, Sax? A winner.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Euphoria.
Come here. Hey. How are you? Good. I miss you. Missed you too.
13 Reasons Why is not exactly the most sugar-coated show on the market, but it may as well be Full House next to Euphoria. While many shows have depicted the ugly side of adolescence, HBO's series is almost solely concerned with the darkest of timelines, often framing harrowing situations in stylized imagery that somehow only enhances the bleakness. Coming off an untimely unsuccessful stint in rehab, the 17-year-old Rue acts as the central heart that connects multiple characters and subplots, most of which cover pressing themes such as fear of alienation, mental illness, abuse of power, and the broader broken system that facilitates such situations.
If I am bipolar, I sure as shit prefer mania over depression.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.